Welcome back to round 2 of Swiss matchups for The Friendly. Today we will see Ariachiba versus Lily and Ryon versus Xadera, followed by the pairings for Swiss round 3. Normal Psychic versus Normal Water. Not much to say about the matchups, but looking at the teams, we have kind of a cuddly group versus kind of a gothic, edgy group. I'm not really sure who wins in that instance. I think the tropes would say that the underdog, scrappy, cuddly-looking team would probably take the victory, but that's movie logic, not Pokemon logic. We will see who can win in the crucible of the friendly. Necrozma going to start things off into King Dorito. King Dorito uses a double edge, hurting both sides, but a Photon Geyser going to finish the job. Necrozma takes a little bit of damage from its life orb as Porygon Z lands a tri-attack, finishing it off. The download has already boosted its special attack. Obstagoon uses Focus Blast? Something seems wrong here, but Obstagoon switches into Obstagoon, and that second Obstagoon dies, so that first Obstagoon clearly not what it seemed to be. Porygon has boosted its speed and its special attack. Lunatone and Porygon both in the red, now both dead as the Life Orb damage takes Porygon down after it finishes off Lunatone. Galarian Rapidash plays rough with Wigglybutt, but Wigglybutt knocks off Rapidash's item. Wild Charge is enough to finish. Snuggles the Kingler in as it gets played rough with as well, but a Crabhammer finishes it off. Finish it being Galarian Rapidash in this case. Farigiraf switches into Farigiraf. Farigiraf takes a hit, so this is clearly the real one. Crabhammer dealing quite a bit, eats a berry, but then dies to the next. Hisuian Zoroark has clearly been in the battle a few times. That Focus Blast, that was definitely it, as was one of the Farigirafs. A missed Sucker Punch will raise Raticate's speed, but Rat dies to a Focus Blast, one of those finally landing in this tournament. But I speak too soon, another Focus Blast misses, and a super effective Hurricane from Burb. 6-5 will be this match, as Lily's team will take the scrappy victory over the slightly more edgy team, as Burb clutches things out, though the machine did quite a good job as well, helping to carry that load. Unfortunately for Ariachiba, not able to defeat the power of Burb. And in our final match of the second round of Swiss, we will see Ghost Poison facing off into Normal Fairy. I would say Ryon's team has about as much of an advantage as one can get, Ghost being immune to Normal and Poison being super effective into Fairy and not very effective when Fairy moves hit it. I don't see how Xadera can get past these heavy hitters, maybe with his Ditto perhaps coming out sooner than last, but he's going to have an uphill battle to face here. Let's not count Xadera out. Let's see how this goes. Overquill comes in, intimidating the Gardevoir, which intimidates it right back thanks to its traceability. Moonblast going to be pretty damaging, as a Barb Barrage super effective and lands poison. Overquill healing with Black Sludge. Swapping to Ceruledge to make the Moonblast less effective. Ceruledge, a physical attacker, not worried about its special attack being dropped. Going to Poltergeist and clock Gardevoir with its own Life Orb, taking it down. Primarina and Pecharunt now in. Substitute and Malignant Chain going to immediately kill that Substitute. Calm Mind going to be effective into Pecharunt's special attack, but Pecharunt doubles its special attack with a Nasty Plot. Another Substitute, another Malignant Chain, another Substitute, and another Malignant Chain. Primarina down to a quarter of its health, finally decides to go on the offensive, lands a Psychic Noise, but that means the next Malignant Chain will kill it. Heal block ends, but Ryon up 2 Pokemon, another Malignant Chain. This one finally gets the Toxic Poison, thanks to Poison Puppeteer, the Confusion, but Florges does manage to hit through. Pecharunt recovers up some health, and Florges hurts itself in Confusion, heals with leftovers, but the toxic poison going to finish it off. Ryan's Pecharunt looking strong here. Recovers not very much health, but does get put to sleep by Galarian Rapidash's Hypnosis. High horsepower, gonna take about a third of its health off, but a quick wake up. Pecharunt's Malignant Chain going to kill that Galarian Rapidash. Low Punny in. Triple Axle not gonna deal much and only hits one time. That move showing its potential weakness as it misses there. This time hits all 3 times for a total of 21% damage, so still not great. Another Play Rough, that's not a good move into Pecharunt, being Poison type. Pecharunt heals to full, and another Triple Axle does 19% this time as Malignant Chain takes down the Lopunny. Xadera down to just the Ditto. Ditto will transform with the boosted special attack. Ryon swaps to Okidogi to eat a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball going to finish off the Okidogi now. That Ditto Choice Scarf will only be able to use Shadow Balls, but that's a pretty good move into Gengar. Takes down a second Pokemon. It's also a pretty good move into Ceruledge. This seems to have been a solid transformation for this Ditto. Overquill going to eat another Shadow Ball, taking down yet a 4th Pokemon as Sableye comes in with a Shadow Sneak to ensure it can't get damaged. But Ditto has used all of its power points on a move. It only gets 5 when it transforms for every move, and because it has a Choice Scarf, it can do nothing else but struggle. Sableye finishes off Xadera with a knockoff. Ditto goes down, but Ditto did the most work out of anything on Xadera's team this time. Kudos to it. But more kudos to our victor, Ryon. So, we have had our 2 victors here, Lily and Ryon, and that brings us to the matchups for Round 3. Round 3 will see Griff versus Flareon, Wrench versus Trev, Artemis versus Gecko, Liquid Courage versus Sage, Xadera versus Faded Oasis, Ariachiba versus Juice, Bandit versus Vercingetorix, Low Key versus Puniday, Virtual Adept versus Dutch, Raptor versus Callisti, and Ryon versus Lily. This will be the final round of Swiss pairings, after which we will reveal the top 8. We'll talk about seeding and how teams get into the bracket stage next time, but for now, you just want to win as many matches as you can.